What's up, everybody? My name is Justin, and welcome back to another episode of Whiskey Tears. Today, on the review, we're doing the Knob Creek 15 year. Okay, so if you didn't see the last two reviews on the channel, I did the Knob Creek 9 Single Barrel Reserve, followed by the Knob Creek 12, and now we're doing the Knob Creek 15, and I filmed all of these back to back to back. For me, spread out for you, but that way I can do a nice little comparison, tell you what I think about them overall as a group. So I'm excited to break this one down and get into the bottle for you today. Hey, do me one big favor before we get into the review today. Check out all the links down in the description below, the free Discord, join all of that, consider hitting like and subscribe on the video. All right, let's get the nosing straight out of the bottle. Okay, so this one is going to be pretty much head to head up against the 12 because they are same exact proof point, whereas the 9 Single Barrel Reserve is 120 compared to these coming in both at 100 proof. I got this bottle for like $125, I think last summer actually, when I was down at the beach doing some hunting. So I've had this one for quite some time and I'm just now opening it. I've never had it before. Nosing straight out of the bottle. Okay, so it does smell very similar to the other two, but it does definitely have maybe just a hint more of that oaky mustiness to it because of those 3 extra years. I don't know if it's maybe just, because I know it's 3 years older or not, but definitely seems like it has that coming straight out of the bottle. It's also a little bit, I would say, more almost muted on some of those flavor notes that I was getting on the previous bottles compared to what I'm getting here on the 15, but that's only straight out of the bottle, so we'll see what we do here as we get it out of the glass and then get into the tasting. I've never had the Knob Creek 15 before, so really excited for it today. This nose, I think, so far is the best out of the 3. I would say nose-wise, this one's winning. This one's really rich. It's rich with those sweet oak notes. Definitely leaning more back to the cherry on this one, whereas we went from cherry to like a fruit medley. Now we're kind of more back onto the heavier cherry notes here. Maybe like a leathery context there as well on the nose coming out of the glass. So it smells really, really good. I think out of the 3, this is my favorite nose so far. So I'm excited to try it for you all today. Hopefully you enjoy. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, that's good. Enjoyed that right out of the gate. Definitely a lot more leatheriness, a little tobacco-iness in there that I maybe wasn't getting as much out of the other 2. Yeah, some caramel, some brown spices in there, and then it goes into that leathery, tobacco-y woodiness on the end. The ending, I think, is really, really nice. Probably my favorite finish out of the 3 bottles. So far it's winning nose and finish. Still got to figure out the taste though. Yeah, the taste is like it's got that melted vanilla ice cream quality to it, and then it moves into that tobacco-y leathery finish. So up front you get that quick jolt of that sweet cherry with mostly though that melted kind of vanilla. Man, the nose is so rich though. The nose is so rich every time I smell it. Yeah, so it hits you real quick with that sweetness up front, and then as soon as you get through that, it's almost like that melted ice cream melted away in your mouth, and then it starts to move into that leathery, oaky, tobacco-iness with just some lingering little bits of cherry and vanilla in there too. So that's really, really nice. I like it a lot. I think we're gonna have to go ahead and rank this thing on the tier system. So we went B tier with the Knob Creek 9 Single Barrel Reserve. That thing was definitely the most viscous, the most viscosity level all of them, which I really, really enjoyed, but it had some bitteriness on the end, which brought it down to the B tier. The Knob Creek 12, that one bumped up into the A tier, did lose some of that viscosity level, but it had some really good flavors on there. And the Knob Creek 15, I think this one definitely wins for finish and nose. Maybe slightly behind the 12, I think, on the palate, but it's still really, really good. I can't complain about that at all. I'd be happy drinking this all day long. It does drink very light. It almost drinks like it's like a 90 proofer rather than 100. So I think Obviously, we started with the 120 proofer. That thing drinks the hottest by far, but compared to these two, which are both 100 proof, definitely drinks less than that compared to the 12. Okay, so on the tier system, it's going to go A tier. It's going to go A tier for sure. The only question for me is which bottle really is the best out of these three. So we're going to do just a quick non-blind comparison. So take that for what it's will. Maybe somewhere down the future we'll do a blind battle between these three. But for now, we're going to do just a quick non-blind. So as I'm ranking them now, it's 1, 2, or 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. That's how I'm ranking them now. Both of these were A tier though, they're very close, but I think that a 15-year does edge out the 12 just slightly. And then this one is very different. If it wasn't for the bitteriness on the end, honestly, this one would have a chance to win, but it does have that bitteriness on the end. So we're gonna start with 3, go up to 1, and see if that stays that way on the quick blast attack. Yep, so after tasting them just back to back like that, I think I'm gonna stick with my rankings being 1, 2, 3. It would be interesting, I think, to do a blind for these, because I honestly think that the 12 and the 15, I could probably blind 10 times and one might win 6 and one might win 4. And so that's very interesting, especially with the price difference between these bottles. I got this one for $55, this one for about $125. So do you really want to pay up for maybe what I think is a very marginal increase on the 15-year? I don't know. That would be up to you to decide, but that's where I'm at today. So the Knob Creek 15-year, really, really good bottle. Liked it a lot. Going on the A tier. What do you guys think of it? You should let me know down in the comments below. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Which one do you think is better than the others? Let me know, and I'll see you for your next drink.